The Chicago Bears take on the Buffalo Bills in NFL Preseason Week 1. And coming up, we're going to get into a Bears-Bills preview. 5 things I'm looking out for, questions I have heading into this one. My name is Harrison Graham. You are watching Bears Now, and I hope you're watching Bears Now on Saturday, unless you're in the Buffalo area and are able to attend the game. Wouldn't blame you for that. Come join us here and watch the game with fellow Bears fans. We can't show you the game, but we'll have live play-by-play and kind of reaction, get you ready an hour before kickoff there at noon Eastern, 11 Central Time, and then once the game starts, we'll break down every play and react live with all of you. Of course, we'll have a post-game show after, so subscribe and join our watch party on Saturday. Should be a whole lot of fun. All right, unlike last week, the starters will play. Caleb Williams will make his debut, and healthy starters will get out there, according to Matt Eberflus. Flus saying that they have a range of plays for the starters. So we'll see what that looks like. I would guess like 2 drives for Caleb, depending on how long the drives are, but that sounds about right. Bill starters are going to play the entire first quarter, so, however many plays that adds up to, who knows. But I would say similar amount. Both teams will probably play their guys for about a quarter. So, hey, we get a high-level quarter, hopefully. Bills are a good football team, so that's a good test for Caleb in his first game. So let's rock and roll, baby. And that's where we kick off this preview. We all want to know how Caleb's going to play, right? How will Caleb Williams play against the Buffalo Bills? Now, just a reminder, a disclaimer. This is just the preseason. This is the first time he's taken a snap in any kind of NFL live game. So regardless of how this goes, I don't know if the results matter a ton. I think the process matters the most. Getting in and out of the huddle, making any checks you need to at the line of scrimmage, clean operation. Let's not have any pre-snap penalties. Those were things Flus was talking about after Thursday's practice. So, look, if he goes out there and goes 8 for 8 and throws 2 touchdowns, sure, we're gonna react to the results. I'm not saying they don't matter at all, but I think in the preseason, the process, the operation is what matters most. The comfortability in the reps he's building. So let's not overreact either way. I know it's easier said than done, but that's kind of what I want to see. If he balls out, that's a bonus. But if he's getting, the play started and the process is good and maybe things don't work out from a moving the ball standpoint on a consistent play-by-play basis while he's out there, I'm not going to freak out about it. Now, if there's 3-4 penalties, he's misfiring left and right, and, he's fumbling snaps and stuff, okay, that's a different story. That's going to show that he's a long way away. But, you don't want to make too much of this, but hey, when the ball is in the air on Saturday, I'm going to be fired up. And I want to know, is Caleb Williams going to lead a touchdown drive? Speak it into existence. Type Y for yes, he will. Type N for no, he won't. I'm going out on a limb. Caleb Williams leads a touchdown drive. And how about this? He's going to throw a touchdown to Rome Odunze. All right, let's get to number 2. Can the defense stop Josh Allen? Now, the Bears defense had 5 starters out Thursday's practice, so they're going to be a little undermanned potentially. So, that's going to make it a little tougher, but it's a good test. And I think a goal is let's try and keep Josh Allen out of the end zone. Now, if half this defense is out, maybe you have to readjust that a little bit. But I think in general, the defense needs to lead this football team, especially early on in the year. We all think the offense has great potential. We all are excited about Caleb and Keenan and Rome and DJ and Cole and DeAndre Swift and some other guys. But, it's a rookie quarterback. It could start a little slow. It's possible. The defense needs to be locked in early in the season. So, hey, go do your job against Josh Allen, one of the best in the NFL. Number 3, how does Velus Jones look at running back? Flus confirming that he will get carries in this game at the running back position, which I'm actually pretty excited about because I've said for a year and a half, not to toot my own horn, but he just profiles more as a running back to me. 6 foot, 200. You watch him with the ball in his hands, he looks like a running back. He doesn't track the ball that well in the air, either as a punt returner or as a receiver on downfield throws. But when he gets the ball in his hands, he's pretty damn effective. He's strong, powerful, and he's fast as hell. Like, he looks like a running back. When he gets downhill on these kickoff returns, you're like, whoa, like that guy's, they called him a freight train, both Flus and Richard Hightower, the special teams coordinator. So I'm excited to see what he can do. Now, I just pencil him in there as a backup right now. I don't know where he checks in on this depth chart, but I think he's got an opportunity to earn a role. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, Roschon Johnson. Can he be your Travis Homer replacement if he gets cut? He's got special teams value. Even though he doesn't have great hands, on plays out of the backfield, in theory, you'd think he'd be able to make those type of plays as a receiving back. I think the potential's there. I do wonder if it's too little too late for trying him at running back, but better late than never. I never loved him as a receiver. He just never looked super comfortable. At running back, I think there's something to work with. So we'll see if he could put that on display on Saturday. And I'm curious to see how much between the tackles running we see, because when we've seen him run in the past, it's been like jet sweeps, toss crack, etc. I'd be curious to see if they say, hey, we're running this thing up the gut, Velus, so buckle up, pal. Shout out to Game Time for sponsoring today's show. If you're looking to get to Buffalo last minute here, get your tickets with Game Time. Use code ChatSports, get you $20 off your first purchase only. Terms do apply there. And listen, I love Game Time. Went to the Home Run Derby, got tickets the day of the event, got an awesome deal. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Terms apply when you do get started with Game Time and make that first purchase for $20 off, code ChatSports. But I've used Game Time a bunch. Post Malone concert, Leon Bridges. Went out to the national championship game to see my alma mater, TCU, get boat raced by Georgia a couple years ago. But, hey, it was a great experience, and got to check out a cool NFL stadium at SoFi. So even if your team's losing, you're still rocking and rolling with Game Time. So get started today. Get out to Wrigley. Get out to Soldier Field. Go check out a concert as well. Whatever your thing is, Game Time's the place to go. Get those tickets. $20 off. Code ChatSports for your first purchase only. Terms apply. Link is in the comments and description of this video. Shout out to Game Time. All right, next up. What does the offensive line look like? We know Nate Davis isn't playing. So while he's a projected starter, what are we going to see here? Are Braxton, Tevin, and Darnell Wright all going to play? I think if they're healthy, they need to. If you're going to play Caleb, play the guys he's going to play behind. I would guess Coleman Shelton gets the nod at center. Ryan Bates slides over to right guard. We've seen that a lot in practice this week. But I also expect we're probably going to see some different combinations, especially once some of the starters check out. Matt Pryor is going to play a lot, both at guard and tackle. Larry Borum's going to be out there. Jerome Carvin, who I thought held his own last week. Bill Murray, a couple other guys to monitor as well. Jatiri Carter. But the Bears got to keep mixing and matching because guys have been banged up. We don't know this Nate Davis situation at this point in time. So, you got to keep plugging away there and figuring out who your best five are. And then lastly, which Bears fringe players perform because, look, we're getting closer and closer to roster cutdown day. Still a lot of time, about 3 weeks or so. But, you're going to start really getting deep into these evaluations if you're Matt Eberflus and company, Ryan Poles and company, because – like Poles said at his pre-training camp press conference, it's going to be hard to make this team this year. These are 10 guys, and Colin Johnson missed Thursday's practice, so he may not play, but these are guys that need to make a statement during the preseason. Velus Jones, if he's going to get reps at running back, can he show something there? If he does get some reps at receiver, has he shown improvement? Brett Rippon, can he make it tough on the decision makers to keep a third quarterback on the 53? DeAndre Carter. It's been a little bit of a quiet camp. Travis Homer, Leon Jones, Reddy Stewart, a couple of UDFA corners. Can one of them make a push? Dominic Robinson, we've heard some decent things out of practice, but can it translate to a game? Byron Cohart had a good first preseason game. Can he do it again? Mentioned Colin. Adrian Colbert, could they carry a fifth safety? I think he's shown some decent things when he's gotten opportunities. And a little bonus, too, that I'm watching this game. The other rookies. Obviously, we're all keeping an eye on Caleb Williams, but it's also Rome Odunze's debut. Top 10 pick. I mean, if the Bears didn't have the number 1 pick, we'd be raving about how we're finally going to see Rome. So let's not forget about him. Torrey Taylor, the punter, I'm excited to watch him. And can Austin Booker show some things too? So plenty to watch for in this game. We're going to see the starters, but guys fighting for roster spots, rookies. You get a little bit of everything in the preseason. That's what makes it fun before the games that really count get going in September. All right, there you have it. Bears, Bills preview, some things to watch for during this next preseason game. Get those score predictions in for us. Bears, Bills, who you got, and what is the final score going to be? I will say Give me Bears 24-20. Bears improved to 2-0 in the preseason. Don't forget to join us Saturday live here on the channel, 11 a.m. Central Time. Kickoff is at noon. We'll get you ready for the game. And, of course, we'll stay live during the game and react to it all afterwards as well. Busy day on Saturday. Hope you rock with us. Subscribe and turn on those notifications so you know exactly when we go live.